After first stringing your bow, when you receive it, you might notice that one limb is a lot stiffer than the other limb. No, I didn't tiller it incorrectly. This is just the way this bamboo reacts. It doesn't happen to every single bow, but some bows end up like this. And it's easily fixed, but if you don't fix it and you don't pay attention to this when you first string your bow up after receiving it, then you might create a problem, because this limb is going to work a lot more and the tiller then will be off. So what you need to do is you need to first string your bow up and look at it. Okay, that's important to do. You don't just string up your bow and just go right outside and start slinging arrows. String it up and take a look at its profile. Now you can see very easily, and this happens to quite a few of them. It happens to some of mine that I've been shooting for years, and they continue to stay like that. Some of them goes away after you shoot them in for a few months. Some of them, it doesn't exist on it. Now, it's just part of my design and part of the way the bamboo reacts. So you have to train this limb to bend more to equal out this limb. And how you do that is just very gentle movements. You're going to put your knee, you're going to hold it by the handle in the center, and then you're going to hold it right here in front of the sia. You're going to put your knee right behind it on the belly and gently flex that limb. Gently. I'm barely pulling on it. And you can see it starts to transfer the movement. It's getting closer. Gentle movements, and you can move your knee around. You don't want to flex it too much right off the handle. Just gently, and move it out. Excuse me. All along the working portion of the limb, which is right in here. And I'm gently pushing my knee and pulling simultaneously with my hands. It's getting there. And you'll notice you can see that one straighten out when I flex this one. You can call it training or balancing, whatever you want to call it. Now I'll do this for a little while. You don't want to forcefully do it and hurry up this process. You just want to gradually get it trained in there. It's starting to get much better. Now it's okay to have the bottom limb a little bit stiffer than the top limb. That's perfectly fine. But when they're that extreme to where I showed you at first glance, this bow, you're going to need to correct that to some extent before you draw it, before you shoot it. Okay, looking much better. I'm going to give it a little more work right here. And this is normal brace height. I haven't, this isn't, you don't put on a different string to do this. Just brace it up with the string that I've sent you and take a look at those limbs. Now sometimes it might be the top limb that decides to go out of whack on you. It's typically the bottom limb. Alright, so I like that now. So what I'll do now is I'll start to draw it back about half, and I'll see how it feels in my hand. You can feel the balance of a bow. And when you do this, don't grab the bow at a different place than if you were shooting it. You want to grab it right where it's supposed to be grabbed, held, as if you're going to shoot the bow. And the same thing with the string. You don't want to be pulling it from a weird spot, because then you're going to overstress one or the other limb. So you want to grab it right from where you're going to knock an arrow. And draw it just as if you are shooting the bow.